A hidden passage has been uncovered beneath Buckingham Palace, and what was found inside left even royal officials stunned. From sealed chambers to secret entrances, this is more than just old brick and dust. It's a royal secret buried for generations. And now, the truth is finally coming out. The discovery, when the hidden passage was found. The hidden passage beneath Buckingham Palace was uncovered during a routine maintenance and renovation project in the summer of 2025. According to reports leaked through independent contractors working under historic royal palaces, the discovery happened completely by accident. Workers were inspecting outdated wiring beneath the east wing of the palace, an area normally sealed off from the public and heavily restricted. While checking what was believed to be an old storage compartment, one team noticed a draft of cold air seeping through a cracked panel in the flooring. Further investigation revealed a trapdoor-style hatch, rusted at the hinges, but still functional. After informing palace security and structural engineers, the area was carefully opened and surveyed. What lay beneath stunned everyone involved. They had stumbled upon what appeared to be a narrow underground tunnel, lined with hand-laid bricks, descending at a steep angle into darkness. The space was approximately 15 feet deep, with a corridor stretching an unknown length beneath the palace foundation. The entrance was hidden behind an unmarked section of wall beneath one of the formal state rooms, although palace staff have refused to specify exactly which room, citing structural safety and national security. Initial reactions were a mix of astonishment and concern. Palace security immediately closed off the area, while royal historians were summoned to inspect. One expert reportedly said, "This could change everything we know about how the monarchy moved, both physically and politically, through the ages." Engineers confirmed that the structure was old but surprisingly intact, showing signs of purposeful design rather than random construction. There were even early signs of human activity, including boot marks in the dust and the remains of a collapsed wooden support beam. While no official statement has been issued by Buckingham Palace, insiders claim the find has triggered an internal investigation, with archivists and royal advisors now combing through previously ignored blueprints, diaries, and structural records. What began as a minor infrastructure job has now opened one of the most secretive chapters in the palace's history, one that has remained hidden, quite literally, under the royal feet for centuries. What's most striking is that no one, not even royal historians, seemed aware this passage existed. And that raises the question, if this was kept hidden so well, what else lies beneath the palace? To understand that, we have to look deeper into the design, structure, and purpose of this mysterious underground tunnel. The architecture and design of the passage. Once accessed, the hidden passage beneath Buckingham Palace revealed more than just dust and stone. It showed intelligent design, clear intent, and incredible secrecy. Constructed from a mix of Victorian-era red bricks and older limestone segments, the tunnel stretched with a slight curve, almost serpentine in shape beneath the palace floor. Experts believe the structure was created in the early to mid-19th century, likely during one of the palace's lesser-known refurbishments under Queen Victoria's reign. The design included elements not typically seen in basic utility tunnels. The corridor featured arched ceilings supported by solid stone ribs, with occasional alcoves built into the sides, suggesting the space may have been used for staging, resting, or possibly hiding. Several sections were adorned with iron hooks in the walls, likely for lanterns or oil lamps, and a long, thin ventilation shaft was discovered running upward toward the palace grounds. One of the most surprising elements was the discovery of a disguised access point, clearly crafted to blend with the surrounding architecture. The original entrance appears to have been built behind a sliding panel, not unlike the famed mirror door in the White Drawing Room, which was previously believed to be the only secret passage publicly known within Buckingham Palace. As engineers traced the route, they found mechanical latches built into the wall, hidden switches that may have once activated doors or concealed compartments. While much of the mechanism has rusted or broken over time, its presence proves that this passage wasn't a fluke. It was designed to stay hidden. Lighting remains a mystery. No wiring was found, but shallow grooves along the ceiling may have held a guide rail for candle lanterns or torches. The team also discovered signs of modern modification, likely during World War II, with remnants of concrete reinforcements and what looked like a temporary barricade, now collapsed. This points to the tunnel having had multiple uses, possibly as both a secret route and a wartime shelter. The alignment of the tunnel was carefully mapped and seems to run beneath multiple royal quarters, though where it ultimately leads is still under investigation. Structural maps don't match up perfectly, which has led some to believe intentional misdirection was built into its design. As one engineer put it, this wasn't just hidden, it was made to be forgotten. The deeper experts explore, the more questions arise. Why was such care put into hiding this? Who used it? And for what purpose? As the layout unfolds, so too does the possibility that this passage connects not just rooms, but secrets buried in royal history. Where it leads, connections and destinations. As engineers and royal archivists began mapping the tunnel, the most pressing question was obvious. Where does it go? The layout revealed that the passage extended far beyond the east wing where it was first discovered, bending south and dipping deeper into the palace grounds. What started as a simple corridor now appears to be part of a much larger underground system, one the public was never meant to see. One theory gaining traction is that the tunnel leads toward Whitehall or the Houses of Parliament, both less than a mile from Buckingham Palace. Although this idea has circulated for decades, most experts dismissed it as urban legend. Until now. A report from HELLO magazine cited unnamed palace staff who claimed to have heard of a wartime escape route built to protect the royals during German air raids in World War II. The structure of the tunnel, reinforced in parts with concrete, matches designs used in that era. There's also speculation that the passage could connect to Clarence House, Charles and Camilla's current residence, or even further to St. James's Palace. Travel blogs like Urban Saunters and Golden Tours have long hinted at unconfirmed links between royal properties, often brushed off as tour guide myths. But satellite scans and updated blueprints now suggest possible alignments beneath the city streets. Within the palace itself, the tunnel seems to run below key areas, including private family quarters and lesser-known rooms not open to the public. According to a report by Pure Wow, hidden doors exist behind mirrors in the palace, specifically in the White Drawing Room, a space known for concealed access to the monarch's private apartments. This aligns with the tunnel's interior route, implying it may have allowed discreet movement for security, secrecy, or emergency purposes. Even more chilling, part of the tunnel appears to lead toward a sealed side chamber, discovered during a sonar scan. The space is blocked off, its entryway collapsed and possibly filled intentionally. What lies behind it remains unknown. Is it a dead end? A hidden vault? Or a long-forgotten storage site for sensitive royal materials? For now, the palace refuses to confirm any destination. But historians agree, this was not just structural convenience. It was strategic infrastructure, meant to serve the royal family under extreme circumstances, be it war, escape, or scandal. And that brings us to one of the most talked about elements of the discovery: the secret doors and disguised entrances that hid it in plain sight. Secret doors and disguised entrances. Buckingham Palace has always held secrets, but few knew how literal that was until now. The hidden passage was carefully concealed behind what appeared to be standard architectural finishes, including mirrored walls, decorative paneling, and even false bookcases. These weren't random quirks of royal design. They were deliberate efforts to keep the tunnel completely invisible. Perhaps the most well-known of these features is the mirror door in the White Drawing Room. While previously believed to be nothing more than a discreet entrance to private quarters, new reports suggest it may be one of several access points leading toward the tunnel network. Publications like The Sun and PureWow have confirmed the existence of these mirror doors, which blend seamlessly into the decor and open only with hidden mechanisms. Additional entrances were hinted at beneath floorboards and behind movable panels, some reportedly triggered by mechanical levers, others with pressure-activated switches built into ornate wooden carvings. One corridor near the State Ballroom had a section of wall that, when pressed at the right angle, shifted inward, revealing a narrow staircase leading downward. The mechanism, though rusted now, was advanced for its time, suggesting intentional stealth engineering. These doors likely served more than one purpose. Historically, they would have allowed royals to move discreetly between rooms without passing through the main halls. But they also offered a quick escape or secret meeting point during times of political unrest. During World War II, these passages may have been adapted for use during air raids or as emergency bunkers. Experts believe some of the access points were likely added later, while others date back to the original expansion of the palace in the 1800s. That mix of design eras shows how the passage evolved, reused, and remodeled over time, hidden from each new generation, layer by layer. What's most intriguing is that none of these doors appear on official blueprints, even those stored in the royal archives. It was meant to stay hidden, said one architectural historian, and whoever built it clearly succeeded. As engineers continue to uncover these hidden mechanisms, one thing is becoming clear. This was no accident, no half-finished project. It was an operation of precision, secrecy, and royal intent. Next, we uncover what stories and legends have long surrounded this passage, and how much of it might actually be true. Historical uses and legends around the passage. Long before its rediscovery, the idea of hidden tunnels beneath Buckingham Palace has existed as whispered legend, palace lore, and off-the-record anecdotes passed through royal generations. What was once brushed off as myth may now hold truth. One of the oldest stories dates back to World War II, when King George VI and Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, reportedly explored the palace's deepest levels during London's Blitz. As bombs fell across the city, secret passages were said to offer both refuge and escape. According to Britain Express, there's a tale of the royal couple encountering a man living beneath the palace, hidden from the outside world. Though never confirmed, the story was repeated by royal guides for decades. Other rumors speak of emergency war councils, hidden from prying eyes, allegedly held beneath Buckingham, meetings that never made it into official records. Some even believe the tunnels were used to move documents, people, or messages between royal estates without being detected, especially during times of national unrest like the Suez Crisis, or even during the IRA threats of the 1970s. Even older accounts, possibly dating back to the Victorian era, suggest the tunnels were used by royals or courtiers to enter and exit the palace without being seen, whether for diplomacy, secrecy, or something more personal. Theories about affairs, political back channels, or smuggling have long been tied to the existence of such secret spaces. But not all of it is fantasy. Over the years, several former palace employees and guides hinted that maps showing tunnel outlines existed, but were kept in private vaults or destroyed during renovations. A few researchers claim references to the tunnels appear in unpublished memoirs of royal staff and even hinted at in Churchill-era war logs. The stories grew through generations of whispers, tourist tales, and urban legends. But with the recent discovery, many of those myths are being re-examined as probable truths. What began as speculation may now be supported by physical evidence found underground. To truly separate fact from fiction, we must look at what was uncovered inside the passage, items that hint at its real use, age, and human activity over the decades. What the find revealed: artifacts and evidence. Beneath the dust, stone, and silence, the passage held more than empty walls. As the team moved further into the newly uncovered tunnel, they discovered a trail of lost time, objects and clues that painted a picture of decades, maybe centuries of use. Among the first items found were old tools, rusted but clearly shaped for manual repairs or tunnel upkeep. Near a collapsed archway, archaeologists uncovered 2 wooden crates, believed to date back to World War II, containing tinned food, worn blankets, and a gas lamp, suggesting that the passage may have doubled as an emergency shelter during air raids. On the walls, faint chalk markings were visible, symbols and arrows pointing in multiple directions, likely made for navigation in total darkness. In one section, a slab of the wall bore a carved initial and date, ER 1953, likely a reference to Queen Elizabeth II's coronation year. Whether it was marked by a royal staffer or someone else remains unknown. Footprints in layers of dust suggest recent activity too. Though how recent is hard to determine. Royal security has neither confirmed nor denied if the space has been entered in the past decade, but the presence of newer debris, plastic wrappers, a torn maintenance checklist, and a broken flashlight suggests it wasn't completely forgotten. Another shock came from fragments of furniture, an ornate wooden chair leg, possibly from a Victorian-era set, and remnants of a small cabinet. These items likely weren't transported underground for storage. They were probably part of the tunnel's original setup. Some believe this area once served as a watch post or temporary resting zone. Modern features were spotted too. Wires embedded into the brickwork appear to be from the late 20th century, possibly for covert communications or early CCTV systems. A section of newer concrete flooring also sparked debate. Was something buried or concealed? Every artifact, every scrape on the wall, adds a new layer to the story. While the tunnel may not have housed treasure, what it does hold is far more valuable. Evidence of movement, secrecy, and royal preparedness in moments the public never saw. What's most haunting is the sense that someone, perhaps many, used this space and then walked away, leaving it to be forgotten. Until now. Up next, why this passage remained secret for so long, and how royal security ensured no one ever found it. Until now. Security and surveillance. Why this was hidden so long. One of the biggest questions surrounding the discovery of the hidden tunnel beneath Buckingham Palace is simple. How was it kept secret for so long? In a building constantly under renovation, scrutiny, and global observation, it seems unthinkable that such a structure could go unnoticed. But according to palace insiders and security experts, the answer lies in the extreme control exercised within the royal estate. Buckingham Palace is not just a royal residence. It's a heavily guarded compound, protected by multiple layers of physical and classified security. Sections of the palace, particularly below ground, have never been mapped publicly. Even internal staff have limited access to these zones, assigned only when absolutely necessary and under supervision. These areas are designated as Royal Secure Zones, meaning they're excluded from standard architectural disclosures. Structural engineers working on older wings say they were often instructed to repair, not investigate. According to one retired contractor, you're given a blueprint, you follow it. But sometimes you notice the blueprint is incomplete. Work orders often avoided sections now believed to sit directly over the tunnel. Security systems also played a part. High-level CCTV coverage, motion detectors, and biometric access points restrict movement inside the palace. Even if someone stumbled upon a false wall or hatch, discovery doesn't mean permission to explore. Staff are trained to report anything unusual immediately, and then back away. Beyond that, royal confidentiality protocols prevent staff and contractors from speaking freely. Anyone working inside Buckingham must sign Official Secrets Acts and non-disclosure agreements. This secrecy, while necessary for protection, has also shielded deeper mysteries, including this passage. When the discovery was finally made during scheduled restoration beneath the East Wing, palace security quickly sealed off the site. External archaeologists were brought in under confidentiality terms, and the palace has still not issued a public statement. Leaks to the press only came later, trickling through sources who claimed off-the-record knowledge of the find. Even now, questions remain about how much is being shared. Some believe only part of the tunnel has been revealed, while other branches remain hidden or blocked off. Whether the secrecy was for safety, politics, or legacy, one thing is clear. The palace worked hard to ensure this passage remained unknown. But now that it's exposed, that silence has shattered, and so has the idea that every inch of royal ground is accounted for. And yet, not everyone believes it. Historians and critics are already pushing back, with claims that this may be less discovery and more fabrication. Controversies and conflicting accounts. The discovery of a hidden passage under Buckingham Palace has captivated the public, but not everyone is convinced it's real. As reports emerged, historians, architects, and critics began clashing over its authenticity, purpose, and origin. Is this truly a lost royal passage, or just a misunderstood relic fueled by sensationalism? Some experts doubt the existence of any real tunnel system beneath the palace. Guides from Westminster tours and urban saunters, both experienced in royal walkthroughs, say such claims are great for storytelling but lack solid proof. Similar rumors have long been dismissed as exaggeration. Even reputable outlets like Britain Express have questioned whether the tunnel is actually part of a royal network, or just an old maintenance corridor now dressed up by speculation. Without official palace confirmation, it's impossible to separate discovery from drama. Leaked accounts also conflict. Some say the tunnel leads to Whitehall, others to private royal apartments. Materials and depth descriptions vary too: brick, stone, concrete, adding to confusion. Some historians suggest palace officials are revealing only what they want to share. It wouldn't be the first time the palace kept secrets buried, said a researcher from the Institute of British History. Meanwhile, tabloids have exaggerated with talk of escape routes and war bunkers based on a few grainy images. Critics warn this may just be a modern twist on old royal legends. Still, supporters argue that even if it's not dramatic, the passage's existence alone is significant. It proves parts of the palace have been hidden from both the public and history. warranting further exploration. As the debate continues, one thing is certain: fact and legend are colliding. And until the palace speaks, confusion will remain king. If this tunnel is real, and just the beginning, what does it reveal about the royal family's hidden past and future? Implications and consequences for the monarchy. The discovery of a hidden tunnel beneath Buckingham Palace shakes more than dust. It challenges the modern monarchy's image. In an era demanding transparency, a secret passage raises serious questions about power, secrecy, and what else is hidden. Critics claim this proves the royals still operate behind closed doors, managing a carefully controlled image while preserving invisible infrastructure. Was the tunnel used for escape, covert meetings, private movement during times of unrest? On the other hand, royal supporters view it as strategic foresight, a leftover from wartime designed for security, not scandal. During World War II, such infrastructure was vital. In today's unstable world, it may still serve a purpose. This revelation also sparks calls for greater public access. If the tunnel is real, should it be opened, excavated, displayed? Yet full transparency could expose past actions the palace might prefer to leave buried. Symbolically, it's more than stone and shadows. It's a metaphor. Even in the monarchy's most protected spaces, the past finds a way to resurface. And now the world is watching. Will this hidden passage stay sealed, or become the monarchy's most unexpected window into its own hidden history? What lies ahead? Future of the passage and public reaction. Now that the hidden tunnel is exposed, the big question is, what next? Will the palace open it to the public, or quietly shut it away again? Sources say further excavation is in progress. Engineers are scanning the full route, and historians are comparing it with 19th-century blueprints. Some believe this is just one piece of a larger network beneath the palace. Public interest is exploding. Tour operators and royal fans are calling for parts of the passage to be opened or exhibited. But King Charles and his advisors remain silent, weighing the risks of visibility against the benefits of history. Ownership could complicate things. Buckingham Palace is not private. It's held in trust for the nation, meaning Parliament could step in. Media attention is only growing. Documentaries, dramatizations, and conspiracy theories are already forming. Was the tunnel for safety or secrecy? Whatever the full truth, the palace can no longer ignore what lies below. The image of royal perfection has cracked, revealing something older, deeper, and far more human. And for the public, one thing is clear: Buckingham Palace will never be seen the same way again. What was found underneath? It left the world speechless. This hidden tunnel beneath Buckingham Palace isn't just a discovery, it's a revelation. Forgotten architecture, silent secrets, and clues to a royal past they never wanted you to see. What lies below shook the world and proved one thing: even the most powerful walls can't hide the truth forever. Speechless yet?